So here we are on the final corner, the world famous
Pair of somethings?
no, Peridalta.
Peridalta.
We are using half of that old classic corner in the new circuit, so it should be really good. The whole place has got such a feel to it, such an atmosphere. I'd love to go round here in a road car.
Would you? I have. With Sergio Perez earlier today. It's really got a great old school vibe, this circuit. Perez, much maligned over recent years in Formula One, dropped by McLaren of course, but seems to have found his feet here at Force India. He is absolutely overjoyed, not just to have had the launch of his new car here in his home country, but also to be finally facing the prospect of a home Grand Prix here in Mexico. He's a great guy, known him a number of years. And honestly today, I've rarely known him in such candid form. Enjoy our little interview with Sergio Perez.
Sorry. Sorry.
How does that feel? I mean, having the launch here yesterday, knowing that we're going to come racing in Mexico.
It just feels great. Personally, it's an amazing feeling that I have personally. I mean, as a racing driver, you always dream to race in your country. To imagine, only few drivers have the opportunity to launch their cars in their country.
Yeah.
And that was amazing, and the support we got yesterday from the fans. And it was just a launch. Can you imagine just the race? It's going to be incredible, and I just can't wait. I mean, all the grandstands are going to be full, and the Mexicans, they do a big. I mean, they don't care if they don't eat, for example.
Yeah.
They buy the best ticket. They buy the cap. They buy the shirt. They just feel the passion, and they support me so much that I'm, as I say, I mean, I've been racing all around the world with the drivers that do races at their home countries, and you can see that it's
something different.
It's something different here.
Did you ever think it would happen?
I thought about it when I came into Formula One, but then every year was like, yeah, it's going to happen. No, it didn't happen. And after 5 years, I was like, nah, man.
So growing up in Mexico, was Formula One always the dream?
To be honest, it was more about enjoying it. I thought like when I started racing, I never thought like I love Formula One. I mean, I knew at the early age that was a pinnacle. They're racing in Europe, they're racing in Japan. So I thought, how can I get there? I mean, I cannot even afford the ticket to go to Japan. So I never thought I was going to be able to go there. And then when I was doing karting, I went to see my brother, because I got an older brother who races as well, NASCAR. Yep. He was doing Formula 4 in England.
Okay.
And my dad, I say, come, let's go and see your brother. I said, yeah, let's go to England. So I went to Brands Hatch, and I was like, oh, wow, this is totally different, and this is something I really want to do.
Wait, you went to Brands Hatch, and that made you...
That made me take the decision that this is what I want to do. Because in Guadalajara, I mean, I was just doing karting in Guadalajara. I was good at young age, but as I say, I thought about Formula One. I saw the race 1 week in Japan, the other in China.
Yeah.
I thought, how can I get there? I don't have the money to do it. We don't have the money to do it. So that moment really marked myself, because I thought about it more professionally. And look at my brother. He's fighting for his dream so hard. I want to do this. I said to my father, I want to go to live in England. I don't want to live in Guadalajara anymore. There's something more about this. It's Formula One, and I want to be the best driver in the world. I want to show that I can do a great job.
You spoke yesterday at the launch about the support from Scuderia Telmex. How much has Carlos Slim and sort of his patronage of you, how much does that help?
Everything. I mean, I'm very lucky to have someone like Carlos who can guide me and give me his support since I was 14, and I know Carlos since I was probably 10 years old. So we had a great relationship, and I think we've been through really, really good times, bad times, but we always keep pushing it.
It's interesting. You talk about the highs and the lows. You had such good runs with Sauber, and then came McLaren. How much did that hurt that McLaren after 1 year let you go, when they'd at the start of your time with them said, he's the future, this is where we're putting our faith and our trust for the future of this team?
Yeah, it was really hard, because at that time I was immature. Yeah, I have to say I was young, but I really never never thought that it was going to go that way. To get into a top team is so difficult. But in the other hand, if I ever get back the opportunity to be in a top team, I know what I did wrong. I know the experience of being in a top team. I have something that drivers that go into a top team they don't have, and it's something that really teach me a lot about it. And when you ask me about McLaren, if that hit me hard, yeah, it did. It took me. I mean, when I went to, I didn't say it, but when I went into last year, I thought, yeah, this is my last year.
Really?
It's just my career over, because I was so demotivated I gave everything to McLaren, and the way things turned out, and it was just like, no, this is my end of my career. I just go into my last year, and I had really 2 bad races. I had some mechanical failures in Australia.
Yeah.
I couldn't race in Malaysia because I had a failure. And then the 3rd race, the podium came.
Yeah. So how much did that give you that that adrenaline shot of
so I was
confidence?
like, wow, this is the start again. So that really put me back into the rhythm.
How far can you go with this team? You talk about wanting to be back with a big team. Is it about turning Force India into a big team, or is it about showing big teams that you're worthy of a place again?
Well, both. I mean, I want to be a Formula 1 worthy driver. I want to show that to every single team that I'm worth a lot, that I can bring a lot of value to a team. And with Force India, I think what we did last year was amazing, and we have to improve what we did last year.
And you and Nico working together, it must be a really exciting partnership to be a part of, to push each other.
Yeah, I think with Nico we push very hard each other. I think it's a teammate that I have been pushing out the most. He's the most complete teammate I ever had. So I learned from him.
Can you be Formula 1 world champion?
Yeah, I believe I got the talent to do it. I really believe it. And I see no reason, if I ever get the opportunity to be a world champion, you have to be in the right place at the right moment. And if I believe if I get that opportunity, I can do it.